797-1877-532-5797. Let's go to Reverend Lathan in Georgia, WCH. I'm sorry, in Michigan. In Michigan, WCHB 1200, home of Mildred Gaddis. Reverend, you're keeping it real with Al Sharpton.
Hi, Reverend Sharpton. Love your show.
Love you. Thank you.
One of the reasons why I love listening to you is because you always keep it real, and then you also help people who've been through issues in life, and help them get justice. So that's why I really like listening to your show as well. And I'm a long-term listener.
Oh, thank
so I just wanted to let you know that I'm a survivor of child abuse awareness. As I grew up as a child raped and abused, and I'm here in Detroit fighting against child abuse. I'm also a published author, and I wrote how I was suicidal growing up as a child. I was depressed and suicidal because I have a family member who is a serial rapist, but they got caught, of course. And I've been raising awareness against rape, abuse, and child abuse and different things. And a lot of my books has helped a lot of teenagers stop them from committing suicide. It's the testimonies that I've been getting. So I've been doing a lot of great things to help change people's lives around. But I just wanted to vent out because even though I went through a lot of things in my family. I still haven't gotten an apology. I still haven't, I'm still being ignored. They still not seeing the fact that, what's been going on in the family. And it's just, sometimes I get a little weary because sometimes I get tired of fighting. It's like I keep bumping my head. But now that I know that, that my books that I've written, which is The Unlatched Door, is changing people's lives. I just wanted to, thank God because I get a lot of...
What's the name of the book?
It's called The Unlatched Door, like you unlatching a door.
And how do we get it?
You can go to Amazon.com. It's right there, The Unlatched Door. Or you can go to RestorationBooksMSL.com. And it's very therapeutic. And what I've been getting from a lot of parents is, I'm glad you wrote your book. You saved my child from committing suicide. I didn't know my child was suicidal. I didn't know they was going through this or that. But I just, I do a lot of walkathons. I have a lot of things. I'm in the prisons. I'm on the radio, television. I'm just trying to help save a life for child abuse awareness.
Now, the child abuse is what led you to being suicidal and leads a lot of young people.
I was raped. Yes, I was raped by a family member, which is a serial rapist. He raped over 37 grandkids, and I stepped up. I've been telling my story since I was 12, but my family decided they didn't want it to get out. So I grew up suicidal from the age of 12 on up until well up in my 30s. And my brother is an alcoholic because of it. He's still that today. But then you have to understand that we were raised by a schizophrenic mother who had us in and out of abandoned homes, and we've always lived in abandoned homes and shelters and in other people's homes. I was gang raped when I was 13. I had a child out of that. And I've been through a lot. I went from tragedy to triumph. But sometimes it get kind of weary because you don't really have a lot of people that's help me. I get a lot of support from strangers and different things. Like Wayne State University, I'll be down there tomorrow sharing my stories for young women empowerment who's also been through things like this. So I've been sharing my story, but I don't think I'm gonna get the support from my family because they don't practice what they preach. I came from a background of a line of pastors, but I never, growing up, they never discussed this rape issue. And finally, one of my members in the family got caught where he kidnapped and raped the child and threw them in an abandoned house in the city of Detroit. And that's the only way this person got caught is from kidnapping and raping a 10-year-old in the city of Detroit. And I'm still fighting And I've been fighting since I was 12 years old. I'm 40 years old. I'm still fighting. And you know, hearing you fight and how you fight for people's lives and you haven't given up, you know, just encouraged me, you know, to keep going. Yes, I have a book called Hush. I wrote Hush and The Unlatched Door. So, you know, unlatched door means let me out. I'm coming out. You can't hold me anymore. So, you know, and it's, even though if I'm facing a big challenge because I'm a survivor, it still gets hard sometimes. And I just want to thank you for just getting out there helping people who've been through hell and not giving up on them. And so, you know, that inspires me.
Well, thank you for your testimony. Thank you for your book. We're going to look it up. And I would love to see it. Thank you so much, Reverend Lathan. And I hope you continue to be strong. Whether or not your family, anybody else supports you, stand up and do what you was born to do. Sometimes not having support is the test you have to go through to bring you to a greater level and to reward you more in life. There are no graduations without tests. We're in graduation season. Everybody that's walking down the aisle getting a diploma or a degree had to pass a test. So every time I go through something in life, I say, well, God must be getting ready to promote me because he wouldn't